Streamer, yes, obviously. Yes, I work for TV, so
streaming.
yeah.
I've been at this streaming day.
Yes, streaming day.
Nice.
Apparently, computer iqala yakhiwa kubo 1940 and then streaming only became, a thing in the 1990s.
Oh, nice. Just about Kaisernet, it's not a new thing.
It's not a new thing.
They've been streamers before. Yeah, it feels new. Maybe they've popularized streaming.
Definitely, I agree with that.
Some of the biggest streamers now, people are streaming. Casper Nyovest is streaming.
As a streamer.
Right,
now,
so musicians, rappers, artists use the streaming platform, to market and give us, an inside look, or peek of what they go through, what they do, during their music production, So I think it's a studio, there's so much that happens, but with the likes of Casper Nyovest now giving us a sneak peek of what happens, when they make beats for their music, when they create or, come up with those songs, it's quite an interesting, process. So it's just live, like, Bagwenda in their studio, and so many things interesting, developments or evolution that has been brought about by streaming. So in a 30-day stream, they call it a sabathon.
Yes.
That's what Kaisernet did, 30 days straight. Some of his guests who visits, who comes through to his house, what do they do? Quite interesting, So streaming has become, a form of an income stream.
Yes.
A lot of people make so much money from just streaming. So I think there's YouTube, there's content creators and all that, but streaming has taken content creation to the next level, So yeah, that is what we're looking at today in the Golden Hour. And of course, today is what is called World Meteorology Day, not meteorology, right? As today is World Meteorology Day. So ngisakhula nami ngangitibuta ukuthi kubangwa yini ukuthi emhlabeni mhlambe kuhlukane indlela mhlambe ngathini emagama leswasebenzisako etikalo ngaba skalo semandi skali sekudla skali se solids or liquids utakhanze ukuthi emeveni afana nabongilandi like in Britain they'll use ounces but thina ngala Africa we use milliliters, we use liters, we use gallons kulamanye amave so in 1875 emave emhlaba ahlala phasa decide ukuthi what, let's have a standard measurement system lesitoyisebenzisa kwaba khona ke mavela athi wona atawukhetha kuhluka asebenzise ounces for whatsoever reason olabanye batakubita ngathi it's lb. So if you see it lbs, 50 lbs, you know that's ounces. So yeah, eNgilandi nje basebenzisa that metric measurement or form or standard measurement system. And of course ngala Africa usitaliqala libisilethu in millimeters, in liters, labanye bakala libisi mhlambe mandi now in gallons. So today is World Meteorology Day. If you've also had the same question about why do we have to even use different measurement systems, kukala nekwati ukuthi indlela engakanani, it's because these countries came together ahlangana in 1875 and decided this is the kind of metric system that we'll use to kukala our maybe items, our solids and liquids in our region or country. So that's what this day is about. Dig deeper into what it is. It could be interesting to you. There's a study of metrology. Maybe you go to school, get a degree in metrology.
Yes.
I do not know. I didn't dig as far as that. Wow, sounds fancy. It sounds nice and different. In an era or maybe state in life, they should go for the sciences, the technology studies, or even courses in their learning. So yeah, today is World Meteorology Day. Quite an interesting day it is. And of course, Tini, you spoke about kangaroo care, right?
Yes.
Mina ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambe kunakekelwa kwama-kangaroo ngiyatibutisa kwanakhona ama-kangaroo even.
No.
So yeah, ngicishe ngambuta lokunye
you need to find out more about where that term is. Why is it called kangaroo care?
Yeah.
Maybe it's called, I don't know.
Yeah, ngicishe ngambuta lokunye. But yethamba sinembukeli naye beyangadi ukuthi kunema kuthiwa kangaroo care. So
same for us, guys.
Yeah. So we have our nest today on the Golden Hour to unpack that. What kangaroo kangaroo care is, you know, does it apply for both men and women?
Yes.
Can a daddy or a kangaroo care their baby, you know? So we find out that and what it takes, what it entails basically, you know, like skin to skin or whatever, you know. So our nurse today will pop up on the show to tell us more about this particular kind of care for babies.
Yes, definitely, guys. Right about now, it's time for us to take an ad break. When we come back, we have our entertainment reports ready.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. Your transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together. When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
We need to show that new squeak in Mvule.
I hate this school!
Kude lesinye isikhathi ngaphandle kwalesi.
Aba-researche, bafunze.
Being risky means ukuthi nalokuwa kwayo kulula.
Nathi kufuna sente ukukhiqiza lokusebenzisa.
It's time for our entertainment reports today on a Health Tuesday. And the first story we want to talk about is Sisi and Naledi Apiwe, who are set to drop a new single titled Amen. So South African singers Sisi and Naledi have come together to deliver a spiritual song. Taking to social media this Tuesday, Sisi and Naledi announced they will be dropping a new single titled Amen. The song will be out alongside its music video on Wednesday, 21 May 2025. Sisi, who's a top-tier African recording artist, songwriter, and entertainer, has reworked an indestructible melody. On top of that, Grammy award-winning artist Naledi Apiwe plays a role in scotching raps to the marvelous record. So this one was taken from Fagaza News by Joy Adekunle, and I think it was quite interesting to me because Naledi Apiwe's Mati Ahlabela. So if they're saying she's rapping, I'm interested to find out if is it giving Nicki Minaj, is it giving what's her name, Boity, because Boity had a similar tone and a similar rap style towards Nicki Minaj. So I can't wait to, you know, see the song, see the music video, and also listen to the song to see if in what they have cooked for us. Do you think she's going to make a good rapper?
Yeah, she'll make a good rapper. Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, she's multi-talented.
Did you see that video
takes
of
it
her?
after the dad.
Did you see that video of her her saying, "Angeke ngin Scott Mapume, guys"?
Yeah. Always take pictures with you. Right? It was really funny video. But yeah. At least your Sisi, I'm because this kid has been her social media responses and, you know, clapbacks have been like insane actually, you know. So yeah, so she'll be handling her followers, her fans, and even haters, you know, better, you know, on social media. But yeah, looks like quite an interesting song. But
Kusasa, music video for
Okay,
Kusasa.
okay,
Yes.
Kusasa. Definitely, I'll be listening to this song.
Amen.
And we have to come back with comments.
Amen to that.
Amen, right? So on another story, former U.S. President Joe Biden has unfortunately been diagnosed with prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. A statement from his office says. So BBC's Nadine Youssef says the discovery was made last week Friday after reported urinary symptoms which led doctors to find a small nodule on his prostate. So the cancer is a more aggressive form of disease and Biden and his family are reviewing treatment options, the statement said. So in the statement also from Biden's office, last week President Biden, he was seen for a new finding of prostate nodule after experiencing increasing urinary symptoms. On Friday, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer characterized by a Gleason score of 9, grade group 5, with metastasis to the bone. While this represents a more aggressive form of the prostate cancer, the cancer also appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management. So a Gleason score of 9 means his illness is classified as a high grade and the cancer cells could spread quickly. That is according to Cancer Research of UK. So after the news broke of his diagnosis, the former US president received support from both sides of the aisle, and current US President Donald Trump wrote on his social media platform Truth Social that he and his First Lady Melania Trump are saddened to hear about Joe Biden's recent medical diagnosis. Shame. Mkhulu Biden, he's been through a lot, right?
Yeah, he has.
I hope he heals from this prostate cancer.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And he was very much dimmer. I think by the time that he was president, there wasn't a lot of drama.
Yeah.
And he was very composed as a
Yeah.
president. So it's very it's very unfortunate rather that he has been diagnosed with cancer. But, given the resources that the United States has, I'm sure they can come up with some sort of like a treatment to relieve him of all of the symptoms. And carrying on with our entertainment report, Connie Ferguson has been named as a guest judge for Miss Universe Zimbabwe. Yes. So South African Connie Ferguson has been named as the guest judge of honor at the highly anticipated Miss Universe Zimbabwe finale, set to take place this Saturday, which is going to be soon, and the Hippodrome in Harare. An icon of the small screen and a force behind the scenes, Ferguson's presence is expected to bring star power and gravitas to the national pageant, where 9 finalists will compete to the coveted crown and the chance to represent Zimbabwe at the 74th Miss Universe pageant in Thailand this November. So the Miss Universe Zimbabwe organization proudly shared the news, describing Ferguson as a true role model whose legacy inspires women across Africa. The statement also highlighted her influential work as an actress, producer, and entrepreneur, as well as her philanthropic efforts through the Ferguson Foundation, which supports African communities in education, business, and the creative industries. Connie Ferguson has long championed women's empowerment both on and off screen. With a career spanning over 2 decades, she has become synonymous with excellence, resilience, and reinvention. By Jane McGee, Women and Home magazine. Love it for Connie, guys.
Oh, nice. She's inspirational.
She is.
And taking it to, Zimbabwe, and she has so many people that look up to her, even in the country too. She's been invited for different ladies, women's functions, events, high teas, and all that. Yeah, it's quite interesting to know. So also another story, this is a sports, story. We're not really sports fanatics like that, but we had to share this particular story because this is a historical moment for South Africa's men under 20 team. So South Africa's under 20 men's team are finally kings of African football. So Majid, they're called Amajid, right? So the South African under 20 men's team are finally the king of the African football after winning the Africa.
That looks pretty interesting. That's a nice picture.
After winning the Africa Youth Championships in Egypt this past Sunday, IOL's Mihlali Baleka says Amajita beat Morocco 1-0 on the 30th. resulting in the ball falling into the part of one of the players. So the Mamelodi Sundowns midfielder also plays for the under-20, delayed his effort before eventually unleashing the thunderbolt that rattled the roof of the Yanis Martins net. So the victory meant that Amajita won the under-20 AFCON for the first time in their history, with previous best finish being runners-up position 28 years ago. So Raymond Mdaga's team, who qualified for the under-20 AFCON finals as COSAFA Championship winners, will now head to FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile this coming September as African champions. So South Africa's football fans will be proud of Amajita's heroics, as they've laid a perfect foundation for the Under-23's Olympic team and Bafana Bafana to build upon. So the general hope, however, will be for SAFA to ensure they support these players with adequate preparation ahead of the global event in South America and beyond, right? So yeah, South Africa's under-20 have won the Africa Championships.
That's nice.
You know, yeah, after 28 years, Nakona 28 years ago, Bebema runners up. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Bafana are doing well. The netball team is doing well. So many, sports teams are doing well. Rugby, all that.
Yes, all that. I definitely feel like South Africa, when it comes to cooking their teams, in terms of sports, they do represent.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get there also as a country.
Yeah,
guys.
we
Come
will.
on.
Yeah,
come
grassroots. Yeah, they always, that's the key word, you know. You have to start it from the bottom before you take it to the top. So yeah, the young boys doing very well. And of course, I hope that it impacts, you know, the Bafana team, the senior or under 23 or even above 23 team. Yeah. So yeah, that's quite interesting.
Very interesting. That's it for our entertainment reports today, guys. With that being said, we'll take a breather. When we come back, we have so much more on the show.
Dive into a thriving and diverse art scene. Simply follow our hosts in Artsy Africa.
Come with me.
6 African cities, so many voices. What attracted me was the large canvas for expression. These artists are reshaping how we see contemporary art. Artsy Africa.
Have a look.
The vibrant series on DW.
Eswatini TV has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Eswatini Communications Commission. We are committed to reporting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. For any complaints of our programming, please contact us on 2411-9600 or email info@eswatinitv.co.za. You can also contact the Eswatini Communications Commission on 2406-7000 or write a letter to ECCOM on PO Box 7811 Mbabane. Email address is info@ecom.org.sz.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. Here, transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together. When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
You need to show that new squeak in Mvule.
I hate this school!
It's the golden hour on a Health Tuesday. We have a health trivia that we want to run with you, our viewer, today, and test or check how much health-related information you know. So, maybe from some of the topics or subjects that we're able to cover on the show, or any other day, we have a couple of questions or tester or trivia for you today in the golden hour to test how much you know of that information. So, without wasting any time, let's get into our health trivia today on the golden hour. And that's that test. But how much do we know of that information that our experts or health practitioners come through on a weekly, on a Tuesday, on the golden hour to teach us? So yeah, let's get straight to the health trivia on the golden hour today.
Yo, I don't know. 8. I got 8 glasses.
I'm gonna go with 6. Hey, I'm not sure, guys. I'm gonna go with 6. Usually they say 6 to 8 glasses, but yeah. What's that? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
8. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, we are there. We are there. Which yes. Okay.
Let's see
Next.
more.
8 glasses.
8
okay.
glasses. Okay,
Nice.
period.
Happy emoji. What's the next question? Which vitamin is essential for bone strength? Hey, bone strength. I think it's
C.
vitamin E.
C.
E.
Bone health. So it's, you know how they say vitamin C, healthy teeth and...
Yeah, I think it's the question, for me, I think it's D for vitamin E.
I'll go with C.
You go with C.
I'm not sure.
You're going with vitamin C.
Yes. I'll go with vitamin C, which is B.
Okay, I'm going to go with vitamin E. Oh, it's D. Okay. Hey, okay, next question.
Yes, let's see. What is the most common cause of death worldwide? Heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes. Yo.
I'm going to say cancer, which is B. Because there's so many different types or kinds of cancer. So, yeah. Cancer that kills so many people.
Okay, I'm going to go with B as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with B as well.
It's
That's cool.
cancer.
Prostate cancer.
Yeah.
So.
Heart disease. Guys.
Guys, in specifically in Eswatini, ashaya isifo senhlitiyo like that. It's quite rare.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I have no proof or scientific backup for what I'm just saying, but nje,
I'm
heart
shocked
disease.
it's not cancer.
Yeah, same.
Oh, wow. So, okay.
Okay.
Which exercise is beneficial for heart health? Hey, yoga, running, swimming. Hey, all of the above. Bro.
All of the above.
Because they're all different forms of exercises.
This takes me back to like multiple choice back in high school when you're not so sure of the answer and it says all of the above. They almost, they're always similar.
Yeah.
We'll go with all of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next question.
Period. Let's see the next one that we have. What is the purpose of a mammogram? Is it mammogram? Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, what is
I
that?
think this one is for detecting breast cancer, I think.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's the one for detecting breast cancer. The one
Whatever
that you do.
she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screening the breast. Yeah.
Yes.
Breast cancer.
I've never actually tested breast cancer yet.
Oh.
So I wouldn't even know.
Okay. We listen.
We don't judge.
Okay. Next question.
One.
Which nutrient is important for healthy skin? Skin. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say vitamin C.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna, yeah.
Nabo serum.
Yeah.
Ba vitamin C, guys.
Yeah.
So yes, vitamin C.
Face masks, supplements.
Yes.
Vitamin C.
Strong, healthy bones and teeth. You need vitamin
Calcium.
B. It's calcium.
Yeah. Letfolakala elbisini.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next. What is the recommended amount of sleep per night? 5 to 6 hours, 7 to 8 hours, 9 to 10 hours, 11 to 12. We all know this one, right? It's 7 to 8 hours, which is B.
Hey, I can't sleep that long. I'm gonna say A. 5
She's
to 6
adulting.
hours.
She has problems, guys. She can't
Yeah.
even sleep.
Yeah. 5 to 6 hours. For me.
7 to 8 hours,
Uh-huh.
yes. It
Okay.
doesn't mean that when you sleep less, there's anything wrong. But, nje.
Okay. Next question.
Which disease is caused by a lack of insulin? Diabetes, hypertension, hyperlipidemia. Hey. Hypothyroidism. Tateloma, but diabetes.
Yeah, it's A. Diabetes.
Yes.
Diabetes. It's diabetes. The answer is A. Let's see if the answer is indeed
It's A, yes,
A.
diabetes.
Okay, diabetes. Okay.
All right. Not bad.
Yeah.
So far, we've gotten one wrong.
Yeah.
Two.
Two wrong.
Two.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the benefit of meditation?
Reduce stress, improve sleep, boost mood. Hey, it does all of the above,
All
guys.
of the above.
I know, meditation. Meditation does all of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Next question.
Next question.
Which health organization provides global health guidance? How? A. None other than WHO. A.
Period.
A.
A. We're gonna go
World
with A.
Health Organization. World Health Organization provides global guidance.
Yes.
Yeah, on health. WHO.
Evidence-based research that they have a lot of scientists and all of those people that have the expertise.
Okay.
What is the main thing that can increase your risk of high blood pressure?
Eating too much sugar, not getting enough sleep, having a family history and being overweight, drinking too much water. Oh, I think it's C. Family history and being overweight.
High blood pressure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with C also.
Yeah. So if your mom or dad has high blood pressure, high chances are, yeah.
Yes, and being overweight. Okay.
Okay.
Period. Next one. What is one way to help lower high blood pressure? Exercise.
Watch more TV. No.
Exercise
regularly.
Yeah. But you can try TV also.
I know. No more like TV, but exercise. There's no way. So exercise regularly.
Exercise regularly.
Yeah. Okay.
This one is easy, guys. I like the health trivias.
Yeah.
They're giving what they're supposed to give.
Quite interesting. Next question.
Next question.
What is a common symptom of high blood pressure? Woo. What is a common symptom of high blood pressure?
Headache.
Headache, sore throat, back pain, itchy skin.
Headache. I'm gonna go with headache.
Headache, maybe?
Yeah.
Because there's pressure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Headache.
There's pressure, so headache.
Yeah.
Okay. Headache.
Also, I think when it comes to like health topics, one of the symptoms they say it's usually like you have a headache or you are fatigued. So that's why I went with headache.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Headache is the answer.
Why is it important to monitor blood pressure regularly?
So you can eat more salt, so you can ignore your doctor's advice, so you can catch any problems early and get treatment, so you can stop taking medication. No. Monitoring helps you catch any problems early and get treatment. Yeah, so the answer is C. C. Yeah.
Yes, so you can catch any problems early and get treatment.
Yeah, early detection is key.
Yes.
Yeah. Next question. What is one thing new moms can do to help with breastfeeding? Drink plenty of water, eat more spicy food, watch more TV, take long. Oh, it's the first one. Drink plenty of water for more milk
Why
production.
didn't we have these questions in biology? Now that's so flying colors. Drink plenty of water, yes.
More water,
and hot
more milk.
beverages as well, they help.
Oh,
yeah.
Milk production.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Next question.
Why is it important for new moms to get enough rest so they can do more housework, so they can go back to work sooner, so they can take care of their baby and recover from childbirth, so they can exercise more? So they can take care of their baby and recover from childbirth.
Yeah. Take care of your baby, recover, postpartum, distress, depression. So the answer is C.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have another question? Next question. What is one benefit of postpartum support groups? So they help new moms meet new people. They provide a space for new moms to share their experiences and get support. They offer childcare services. They provide financial assistance. So I think B. Yeah. Space and share experiences with other moms and get support.
Yes.
Yeah.
B. So join those support groups. We didn't know about support groups back in the day. Join them if you're a new mom.
Yeah, there are mommy clubs now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Why is it important for new moms to prioritize their mental health? A, so they can ignore their feelings. B, so they can take care of their baby. C, so they can manage stress and emotions and get support if needed. D, so they can do more things on their own. So we'll go with C, right, Nakbila?
Yes, manage stress, emotions, and get support if needed. Right?
Yeah.
So, So our answer is C. Yeah. C.
C for champions.
Yeah. Quiz champions.
Yes.
Trivia champions. What is one way to stay healthy? Eat a balanced diet, watch more TV, play video games all day, or drink more soda? A is the answer.
A.
Eat a balanced diet, right? 5 food groups. Eat a balanced diet. Okay?
That's it.
Yeah, inyama ebenganga empama. Salads, half the plate. Yay! Mathi angafiki lapha emhlobisweni.
Yeah. Why is it important to wash your hands regularly? To make your hands smell good, to prevent the spread of germs and illnesses, to get attention from others. We wish.
Really?
To dry out your skin. B.
Oftentimes my skin gets dry. The more I wash my hands.
The more you wash your hands, the more
especially
you need
my
to.
hands. Yeah. So A.
B.
Yeah. Asifune infections. Avoid the spread of germs and illnesses.
Yes. Right? Okay. This is right.
Next one. What is one benefit of regular physical activity? It helps you sleep better. It makes you tired all the time. It increases your appetite. It makes you gain weight. So regular physical activity helps you sleep better. That's one thing that I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it helps you sleep
that's
better.
A. Yes, that's A.
Yeah. Helps you sleep better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, tired, but you sleep better. Sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Why is it important to drink plenty of water, to stay hydrated and maintain overall health, to gain weight, to lose weight quickly, to reduce energy? To stay hydrated. But to stay hydrated and mind your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So A.
Yeah, A is the answer. And maintain your overall health.
Yeah.
You need to drink water regularly. What's the answer? To stay hydrated and maintain overall health, right? Quite an interesting and informative trivia. on a Health Tuesday. And of course, I like the fact that most of the questions were baby and mommy related, postpartum, postnatal care and all that, considering the fact that WHO usemkhankasweni 1 year long, campaign yokuthi afundise kakhulu bomama to take care of the baby aseseswini sekatelwe post, and all of that kuze kuthi kuvikeleke inombolo debantwana labashonako at birth and even after birth. So it was quite an informative one.
Very informative, guys. And of course, we were able to get only 2 incorrect. So the rest, we hope that, you're getting some information when you're watching the Golden Hour on a Health Tuesday. That was quite informative. And we hope that we can have more of these to test our knowledge. That's it for our health quiz today. We'll take a break. When we come back, we have so much more.
Welcome to Eswatini Lifestyle. This is your ultimate guide to the entertainment, to the lifestyle and the culture of Eswatini.
Eswatini Lifestyle. Eswatini Lifestyle.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
From 6:30 to 7 p.m. On Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswana.
On Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswana.
Eswatini TV has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Eswatini Communications Commission. We are committed to reporting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. For any complaints of our programming, please contact us on 2411-9600 or email info@eswatinitv.co.za. You can also contact the Eswatini Communications Commission on 2406-7000 or write a letter to ECCOM on PO Box 7811 Mbabane. Email address is info@ecom.org.sz.
Dive into a thriving and diverse art scene. Simply follow our hosts in Artsy Africa.
Come with me.
6 African cities, so many voices. What attracted me was the large canvas for expression. These artists are reshaping how we see contemporary art. Artsy Africa.
Have a look.
The vibrant series on DW.
Welcome back to the Golden Hour. There's a different style of caring for your baby. Lebengayati nami ngiyayikabuka ngiyiva nganesi namhla ukuthi kune kangaroo care. Mhlawumbe bengisolo ngiyenda le kangaroo care, but I didn't know ukuthi ngiyenda kangaroo care. So we found out more about that, and ngithanda ngiyiva kancane ngayo ngayibona ukuthi more applicable, especially during around the times of summer. La langa shisa kakhulu khona, so ufuna kushaya ngomoya and get to bond with your baby. But I've so many questions around this type or style of baby care. So Ness Noklunga joins me today in the Golden Hour to talk to us about that. Ness, good evening. Welcome home.
Thank you.
You're back again.
Yes, I'm back. Thank you for having me again.
Super excited to talk to you today about an interesting topic. Right?
Yeah.
Kangaroo care.
Oh, okay. Kangaroo care, it's generated from the animal kangaroo.
Okay.
So the kangaroo has a pouch here.
Yeah.
So ifaka umfana kela on the pouch. So it's a skin-to-skin contact.
Okay.
So that is how it was derived in the healthcare system.
Okay.
What's studies, and then it was understood ukuthi kangaroo care, it's one of caring factors le khona umfana kubonda umfana namage babonda kahle when it's skin to skin care. So le bond yakheka. It's such a wonderful experience.
Okay, so now we kaza again. This vile kuti kamga it's derived from, you know, how the kangaroo itself, you know, puts their baby in their pocket or such it. I got to see the TV, you know, and get to skip or walk around with, you know, their baby. But, you know, how do you then define it? What's the universal definition of kangaroo care?
According to the World Health Organization, we define a kangaroo care. It's a skin-to-skin contact that is underdone in a maternity neonatal care, whereby most of the time we usually do it bamfana laba preterm, bamfana laba ne low birth weight. So this is where we are making the mother and the child to bond gahle. And immediately nangabe abelega mage, we usually do the skin-to-skin care. Now immediately then so this is according to the World Health Organization. It's just a process whereby there is a skin-to-skin contact with the mother and the child.
Okay, so immediately at Dala, so kangaroo care.
Yes.
You don't have to wait for any longer.
Not immediately. Skin-to-skin care, it's done.
What's so special about this kangaroo care? What are the benefits of it? Benefits to the kid, the baby, and the mother, you know. Yeah.
Okay, when you are doing the kangaroo care, especially in preterm babies, you will find that the babies are adjusted to the temperatures around the environment. So when you are putting the baby into the skin samage, we are trying to adapt to the environment and adapt to the right temperatures. So this regulates temperatures when we are doing the skin-to-skin care. And it also aids with mage. We are and milk production. The level of milk production mage low when the skin-to-skin care the kangaroo care so it usually helps in that terms. And then emotional support, because when you're having, especially that is why we are doing it for preterm, low birth weight children, who are in the neonatal care. So that time CSCT, it's the emotional support, because the moment definitely the bond is stronger, and even the support emotionally stable. Even if you remember uyumthathe and then umbekela etulo then bese soyamthulisa umkhanza ngokuthi soyakhona ukuthi athulele. So this is just a process around emotional support. Then another benefit njengoba bengishilo uyakhona ku-adapt easily to the environment in terms of the temperature, and also nale regulatory of heartbeat. You can't say they are not able to regulate their heartbeat. They are not able to regulate their breathing patterns. So the moment you breathe in and out, the moment the heartbeat is higher, now you also that tempo. So that's the experience around the kangaroo care.
Oh, nice. Quite interesting. Okay. Sounds scientific, right?
Yes.
So, how long should, you know, kangaroo care last? You know, because I don't want my baby to be too attached to me, such that, you know, on my skin. How long should the session last?
It usually lasts from 1 hour to 2 hours. It depends on the situation around it. Some of the kids, they are on neonatal care. Some they are preterm, some they have a low birth weight. So definitely umfana lo kulago na lo ngekho lo preterm attachment so it differs in terms of the situations around the reason we're doing the kangaroo care. But we usually, in normal circumstances, let's just say 1 hour to 2 hours, it's okay.
Okay, nice. And liseningakhona nokusinilale kanye kanye while ikangaroo care, right?
Yes, and please let's not use the cell phones when we're using the
The radiation, right?
Yes,
Avoiding that.
And even it helps you are able to focus on your child because once you start using yourself, the focus will change. So this moment is just a moment between you and your child.
So lama benefits akasakhoni kube utsabe at maximum or optimum.
The emotional benefits.
Okay.
Yes.
So now does kangaroo care apply with daddies too?
Oh, we're here to preach lelo vangeli lelo.
Yeah.
Even the daddies, we want to raise each generation le involved in bamfaneni, especially bobab.
Okay.
So we are advising even nababe can do the kangaroo care because that moment naye it's the moment umfana akhona kubonda na babe wakhe. So it's not ngeke ngize nalaba nabobabe we are advising ukuthi and the kangaroo care mage angathi angamthatha lo 1 hour and then the rest of the hour kube ngibaba. So we can just play around and try to schedule our time because siyafuna ukuthi even their fathers are involved and even nemfana abe nayo ibond nababa.
Yeah, the emotional connection with the father too, you know. So now, hey, kangaroo care, it sounds really interesting, and I hope the mummies out there will be trying out kangaroo care.
It's such a nice experience, even for you and amagwako. Even when you're at work, you will be like, hey, I can't wait to go and see my child because that attachment with your child is very special and it's building a bond that no one can ever break.
And that's it. So we'll continue kangarooing on our mothers kangaroo caring.
No, it's past the stage.
It's past the stage. Okay. Now, I'm really, as you speak about this, you know, I'm really worried also with skin to skin, you know. So we have skin infections.
Yes.
Should we be worried about that? Because I decided to kangaroo care my baby and good long slowly then your skin.
Okay.
Won't be good for the baby.
We usually siyacela ukuthi be mindful if you on a rash.
Okay.
Or any skin breakout or so nema cuts, please siyacela ukuthi le contact ibe less because we don't want to infect your kid.
Okay.
If you are having flu, we are also advising you ukuthi ube distant to the kid because bamfana bane immune system level very low. So umfana will easily catch the layer flu. And also if you're someone who is smoking, siyacela ukuthi when you are doing this activity, you are outside you are not smoking at all because that basically go affect umfana. So there are those please look out. As much as it's a wonderful experience, but we don't want also to expose umfana in such of infections, diseases and dangers. Later on when you are smoking around umfana so develop pneumonia just because they got exposed to your smoking. So please be mindful of that. As much as it's a wonderful experience, but be mindful of the child.
Yeah, be careful, you know. So one other one, you know, speaking of care and safety of the kid during kangaroo care, devices in medical equipment that are attached to their bodies. You know, my pipe to help the kid breathe or whatsoever.
The IV, the drip.
Yes.
Okay, on that time.
How do I kangaroo care that baby?
We will teach you how to kangaroo care that baby. Because most of the time you can see some of the kids are procedure it's in a facility level. So we midwives, nurses, we are going to teach you how are you able to take care of that baby so that you get a connect temperature with EMA devices la and then if you are going to be discharged with that device, definitely at a facility level, so how are you going to go around that procedure because we are having a device so we will do the healthcare education.
Okay. Also, you spoke of the benefits, they were more interesting because they spoke mostly to, the benefit that the baby has, emotional support and, connection with the mother. Lo magena kumsita kanjani noma babe lo kangaroo care.
Okay, in terms of Boma, I have already mentioned where would see the milk production iba a bit higher.
Okay.
And also njoba ngishilo, the emotional bond and attachment iba khona between you and the child. So kubang lawa, there are lesser benefits for the mother, but there are more benefits for the child.
Oh, more benefits for the child.
More benefits for the child. Because that child needs to be nurtured, cared for. So they are our main focus with the kangaroo care. It's the child.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more.
It's more about the baby, right?
Yes.
Nesnokulunga, what's your final word today? Ngiyathi ukuthi ni tisebenzi tempilo evenda kangwane nibambisene nabo WHO namanye ama organizations abambise Ministry of Health nithi nemkhankaso ukuthi kuncishiswe inombolo yabantwana labashonako at birth or even after birth,
Yes.
Pertaining our topic today, kangaroo care. What is it that you'd like to say to the mummies out there, the importance of the style or system of care of babies? Nakuthi singesabi delicate kangakanani.
Okay, so I would love to emphasize before you start that process or kangaroo care, please make sure the baby is warm because inhloko sicela umfake isigqoko umfake amasokisi li diaper, then after the skin to skin you can put on a blanket so that we don't want to lose our child due to hypothermia. So siyacela ukuthi be mindful of that. And also, just like I have said, kangaroo care, it's more specifically for bamfana who are on neonatal care or who are preterm babies. So this is one of Emma's healthcare strategies now, so that we can be able to manipulate umfana a survivor whichever in condition is lakanayo or noma low birth weight or the njoba benkhuluma ukuthi we are regulating the heart. So some of the kids with cancer they are having inkinga yenhlitiyo. So definitely those siyaba emphasize abomake ukuthi ngicela ukuthi nendi kangaroo care so that stokhona ukuthi the heartbeat ikhona kuba regulated kahle. So definitely it's one of the healthcare strategies lesiyisebenzisa when you are in the maternity and you are also at birth immediately. Go maternity siyaba nika skin to skin care.
Nice. The most natural way of caring for your baby. Thank you so much, Nesnokulunga, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been good. That is our guest today on the Golden Hour. Nesnokulunga Ndwandwe. We're talking to us about, new to me, kangaroo care. Sengfunzile ngayo about the benefits of kangaroo care. It also applies with the fathers too, So ungabesu yamencabela ungmakwemfana. No, ngimlo phatha umfana nababe naye. Uyafuna ukubonda, connect emotionally, mentally, and otherwise with their baby also. So that is it for our topic today. Let's take a short break. Nasibuya siyavala hlelo Golden Hour.
Dive into a thriving and diverse art scene. Simply follow our hosts in Artsy Africa.
Come with me.
6 African cities, so many voices. What attracted me was the large canvas for expression. These artists are reshaping how we see contemporary art. Artsy Africa.
Have a look.
The vibrant series on DW.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors.
Your transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together. When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
You need to show that new squeak.
I hate this school!
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for us to wrap up the show, but let's take a look at what happened today in history first, right? So in 1983, in South Africa, a car bomb was planted by anti-apartheid fighters and it killed 19 people. So this was the protest between the segregation of black people, and there was a lot that was happening in South Africa, such that there were car bombings at the time.
Oh, hey, South Africa. It was shame. They had to build the country from scratch, right?
Yes.
So in 1902, Cuba gained independence from the United States, which had control of the island in 1899 after defeating Spain in the Spanish-American War. So Cuba today turns 123 years old. So we have birthdays today in the Golden Hour. Cher, American singer and actress, turned 79, born in 1946. Oh, Cher, oh, Cher.
Cher.
Yeah.
And we also have a birthday of Busta Rhymes, who was born in 1972. He turns 53 years old. Happy birthday to the legend.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have to love and leave you. We hope that it was a great episode today. I actually had fun, guys. Today was just giving, we're learning more about kangaroo care. So we are now when you have your first child, good see. Kangaroo, I'm kangaroo.
How about 5 year kangaroo? 5 years old, Jay. Kangaroo? No, yes.
You don't stop. You don't stop until they're heavy on you, and then until they're grown.
Let me go home this weekend. I need to kangaroo.
Yes, you definitely need to
My mom needs to kangaroo care.
Hey guys, it's not for adults like Nokpila saying that she wants to go kangaroo on her mom. But we hope that the episode was fantastic and insightful for you guys that are always watching the Golden Hour. Hashtag Umnanzaka, it's good to be home.
Yeah, until tomorrow, same time, Family Wednesday.
Good night.
Good afternoon and welcome to Young Climb. I'm more than excited to have you back on our screens because we are all things inspirational. And of course, today we're delving deep into the conversation of public relations, strategic communications, and most importantly, being a brand. As we talk to Langelihle Mabila, she joins us to unpack her story and inspire our young people at home. Langelihle, welcome to Young Climber.
Thank you so much, Bello, and thank you very much to everybody that's tuning in today. And as I've been introduced, my name is Langelihle and I am in PR. I am very passionate about public relations. Thank you for having me.